World Championship. The cars are down, and we are off and underway here in this one. Into the first turn they go. Looks like a clean start, at least for your top three. That is going to be Dario Balestra, going to be out front leading the way. Matsukura in the number 2 spot.
Be interested to see. They could potentially make Dario Balestra come in for a stop and go. He did jump the start a tiny bit, but I know he was just trying to keep the motor from dying, trying to clear it out.
There's a very long tone on that start.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to keep that or what.
Yeah. Oh, and somebody with troubles already.
Bummer.
Not sure. That is car number 5.
That is
Timu. Oh. We were just talking about Timu. He's got a lot of fans in the chat, and Timu is out of this one. So now as they're working their way around, and it looks like another car. That is, I believe that is Dario Balestra.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that Balestra coming off the track now? So Naoto, Matsukura, now your leader, Jeff Hammond, all the way from 8th on the grid. He was just excited to make it to the final, Tyler. Now he is sitting 2nd.
What is happening?
I have not a clue.
I'm so lost right now. All right, Dario Balestra still out there on the track, just falling all the way back to the 7th place spot. Not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, I didn't see any major crashes for him. Perhaps it was a stop and go, as you mentioned.
It's possible. But Piche also fallen all the way down to the 6th place spot as well. Oh, wow, drag race down the front straightaway.
Oh, and looking at, it looks like Piche, Balestra, and Greiner have all been into the pits.
Wow.
So all 3 of those drivers dropping to the back of the pack. So Naoto Matsukura from Japan, the Infinity driver, leading us out here in this one. He's got a 2.7-second lead on Jeff Hammond, the Australian Mugen driver.
This was the last thing that everybody wanted to do, is have Matsukura be able to get out front early.
Yeah, for the competition, this is like you say, this is the worst place for him to be.
This is not going well.
A great battle right here. This is going to be 3rd, 4th, and 5th. This is Eduardo, Escandon, Elias Groskamp, and Kyle Branson.
The Australians are alive and well in the chat. They are very excited about Jeff Hammond running 2nd place right now from the 8th place starting spot, as well as Eduardo running 3rd from the 10th place starting spot. What is happening?
Wow, I tell you what, the Jeff Hammond and Eduardo. Okay, so we have received word it was a drive-through penalty for jumping the start for Greiner, Balestra, and Piche. Wow, so car 1, 2, and 4 all with drive-through penalty.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that because they waited so long to start the tone.
I would agree. I mean, in their case, do you let the car die? I mean,
yeah, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Again, though, we're not in charge, so
no, we're not.
We don't get to make these calls.
Well, Matsukura going to be out front, leading the way. I guess the argument would be only 3 of the 7 jump.
That's a lot. That's a lot of them.
Well, Jeff Hammond in the number 2 spot. Escandon in 3rd. Groskamp in the number 4 spot. Branson in the 5. Greiner in the 6. Dario Balestra in the number 7 spot. Piche in the 8th spot. Sahashi in the 9th. And unfortunately, Timo off the track here in this one early on. Tyler, if you're Dario Balestra and you had such terrible luck in 2016 after taking TQ, you take TQ again here and then are called through for a drive-through penalty through pit lane. What's going through your head? Does that mentally mess with you at this point?
I would say it definitely probably does. That, and it's not that it's so hard to pass, but it is really hard to pass here. Like, you have to be fully committed, so it's really hard to get by these guys. And we have our first pit stop by Kyle Branson running the number 5 spot at the 4:23 mark.
Well, and there you can see a good view. That's going to be Matsukura. He is in and out.
I believe Jeff Hammond will get by, though. Yes,
indeed.
Jeff Hammond out in first place right now.
Wow.
Naoto Matsukura running 2nd. So our 8th place starting spot from, I want to say, did he bump into the semi as well?
That we would have to check on.
Let me check.
I know Jeff has been ecstatic all weekend long, and I'm happy for Jeff right now as he is out front leading this one. Obviously, he's still got to make his pit stop. Looks like he is going to go for the 5-minute mark, though, here in this one. Matsukura going on by now. Now Dominic Greiner has worked his way up to the number 2 spot, and he has made a pit stop as well. No, he has not made a pit stop. I take that back. The pit time showing is his drive-through penalty. So he has not made a pit stop yet. 5:40 down, 54:20 left to go. A lot of racing left here in this one. Dominic Greiner now coming in for fuel. He's in and out. See the Serpentine, and comes back into that high-speed Infinity Sweeper there.
Looks like he will be 5th overall right now.
Matsukura going to be out front. There is Hammond in second. Escandon, Branson, Greiner, Piche, and Balestra. All going to be right there together. Tadahiko Sahashi not far back from him.
So Greiner actually went 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So as we talked to Yillies, that actually will cut another pit stop out. All he had to be able to do was go 5:20.
So Greiner using strategy in this one to hopefully make up for that drive-through penalty they had early on. We're looking at that battle right now. The orange car in front of this battle, that is going to be Eduardo from Spain. Kyle Branson going to be behind him in the white car, and Dominic Greiner in the pink car right behind him. Just ahead of this pack is the green car of Jeff Hammond from Australia, driving the Mugen.
Who did, in fact, bump up from the quarterfinal.
So he bumped from the quarterfinal to the semifinal to the final and is now in second.
But he is quickly looking like he's about to get swallowed by the pack.
Well, the pack is coming up fast, and Naoto Matsukura now 7 seconds ahead here in this one. Oh, and look at this battle we got going on right now. Kyle Branson trying to show Eduardo a wheel here. He's trying to find a place to set him up.
Branson at a disadvantage with pit stops. He's going to have to make a move.
And he's got the reigning world champion behind him. Look at that. Branson goes from the left side of the straight to the inside, looking for a way by Greiner, though, right there behind him. Greiner's trying to make a pass on him. So Branson is sandwiched at this point as he's trying to make a move on Eduardo ahead of him, while Greiner right behind him trying to make a pass on him.
Someone in our chat room saying Greiner is playing chess while the others are playing checkers. So maybe he knows something we don't about Dominic Greiner's strategy.
Could be, could be. Oh,
wow.
Collision there, and somebody that was, I believe, Robert Piche getting put upside down. Wow. I believe that was Dario Balestra getting into him, if I'm not mistaken.
That is not going to help.
Oh, look
Greiner.
at this battle. Wow.
Wow, Greiner going around Kyle Branson, but Kyle Branson saying, not yet. You're going to have to wait a little longer for that one.
Here they come back down the front stretch. A drag race.
Wow.
Look at that. Wow. Branson.
With some power down the straightaway.
Yeah.
May not have some run time, but he's got some power.
He may have grabbed third gear on that one.
he may have found another one.
Yeah. As he works his way back around right now, Eduardo now drops to fourth. So it's now Matsukura in the lead. Jeff Hammond in second. Kyle Branson, the UK driver, in third. Eduardo in fourth. Dominic in fifth. Dominic Greiner. Dario Balestra in sixth. Tadahiko Sahashi in seventh. Elias Groskamp, Robert Piche, and Timo off the track in this one.
Branson back into pit lane at the 8:45 mark, doing the best he can with that fuel strategy. We talked to him a couple of different times. He said they tried everything they possibly could and could not get better fuel mileage.
Well, this pack right back together once again here. This is Dominic Greiner in the pink car. And Greiner in for fuel now. Oh, he got a stop and go. Dominic Greiner with a stop and go. So first for hitting Balestra.
Wow. I didn't even know he hit Balestra.
I didn't realize that had happened either. So Dominic Greiner with a drive-through penalty for jumping the start, and then a stop and go for hitting Balestra.
Did Balestra not get a stop and go for hitting Piche?
I don't think so.
All right. I don't know how any of this works. That's okay.
You know, maybe a little inconsistency here and there. We like to wing it. Well, we're watching a good battle right now as they work their way around, coming through the chicane now across the line. That is Groskamp and Branson. And I believe that was Branson coming in. Oh, that was Groskamp coming in for fuel. Branson going to go on by now.
So things are changing up all over the place because Yillis was running probably 9th for quite a bit. Matsukura is loving all of it, though.
He's lonely right now.
I bet he's having a great time.
He is lonely out front with a 9-second lead. Here driving the Infinity car. Down the front stretch he goes. Around the Infinity sweeper, coming back into the infield now. Another look here. And look how fast Naoto working his way in and out of these corners through the S section. The precision. 11 minutes down, 49 to go. So this has been a pretty exciting, this is arguably the most exciting race we've seen so far this week.
Right.
And it's only 11 minutes in. We have 49 minutes to go.
There's a long way to go.
Yes, there's a lot that can happen here in this race. So your leader there working his way around.
So Dario Balestra has somehow moved up into the top 3. He pitted at the 9-minute, 24-second mark. Jeff Hammond pitted at 9:58. I guess it's possible that the car that hit Piche was not Balestra. And it looks like Dominic Greiner might be out of the race as well.
Oh.
So Serpent's hope
Wow.
for this world championship may just have come to an end.
Greiner, the reigning IFMAR world champion. Well, he's already 3 laps back. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm going to say chances are we are going to crown a new world champion this year, as I don't think our reigning champion will repeat.
Not looking like it's going to happen for him.
So there's Jeff Hammond, the Australian driver.
Running in the 4th place spot.
Driving the Mugen. He was battling there with Dario Balestra. Balestra just ahead of him.
So the other thing that we haven't even really talked about yet, because it's not pertinent until maybe the 30-minute mark, is that guys are actually going to be doing a tire stop in this race.
That is also true. That is also very true. And currently also to factor in, I believe 5 o'clock was supposed to be the hottest time of the day.
We are officially there.
We have made it. So the track is going to be getting hotter and hotter.
And beyond that, all the cars are back out on the track. Greiner is running again, as well as Liano.
Ah, well. Now Timu, he's got a few more laps to make up the Greiner.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible in this main.
He's got, he only has to make up 38. He has to lap the entire field 38 times.
It only takes a couple stop and goes.
Wow, look at this. Naoto coming around here. A 17.8.
Just for good measure. Why not?
Already out to a 10-second lead. Let's make it a little bigger.
He is set at this pace to lap the field twice. And he comes into the pit now.
Well, Jeff Hammond here. We're watching him in the green car. Coming down the front stretch now. Dario Balestra has worked his way up to 2nd. He is in the pits and out of the pits now. That's going to drop him back a bit until Hammond and Eskandon make their pit stops. Tadahiko Sahashi in the 5. Branson, Piche, Groskamp, and Greiner. And Timu Liano.
All right, Dario Balestra with a pit stop at the 13:44-minute mark. Not quite sure what pit strategy he is on, but that's going to put him all the way down in the 7th place spot.
Well, to give you an idea of how close this racing actually is, first to, let's say second to 8th is 9 seconds apart.
Right.
That's not a very big gap considering that's almost the entire field.
And 1st to 8th is only 15 seconds apart. Total.
Yes.
After 15 minutes. That is a second a minute, literally.
Wow. Look at you, Mr. Math.
Yeah.
Matsukura still going to be out front leading this one here. We're looking at Jeff Hammond. Oh, great shot right there as they work their way back around. Hammond in second, Sahashi in third, Branson, Balestra, Groskamp, Eskandon, Piche, Greiner, and Liano.
Hammond should be coming to the pits here shortly. And he does, immediately. And Sahashi comes in right behind him. So Hammond out. Sahashi out behind him. So they came in and came out at about the same time.
Well, Tadahiko Sahashi, another one that's kind of been sneaking in and out of the picture here. With a lot of racing time left to go.
And
Kyle Branson in second.
Branson coming into the pits at the same time. But I want to say he's pitted one more time than everyone else. Which means he will likely pit 3 more times than everybody else by the end of the race.
So Balestra working their way around right now in the number 3 spot.
$16:20 down, 43:40 left to go. Matsukura still out front with the fastest lap of the race. Currently on a 1:95 and 1 hour and 3 minutes, or 1 hour and 3 seconds. Matsukura currently with a 9.5 second lead over Kyle Branson in second, followed by Jeff Hammond, Eduardo Eskandon, and Tadahiko Sahashi in fifth. Robert Piche running sixth, Julius Groskamp 7th, Dario Balestra 8th, Greiner 9th, and Timu Liano look to be off the track again.
Well, Kyle Branson from the UK, he's closed the gap a little bit on Matsukura. Very little, but a little. He's now 9.7 seconds back from him. They were 10-something.
Has he come in a little bit? All right.
Jeff Hammond in that number 3 spot here. Eduardo in 4th. Tadahiko Sahashi in 5th. Robert Piche, your Super Pole winner, in 6th. Julius Groskamp in 7th. Dario Balestra in 8th now. And Balestra may have some issues in this one.
Yeah, we haven't seen Balestra since what?
Yeah, so Balestra coming around that spent 1:31 in the pits.
Wow.
Wow, so Dario Balestra,
flame out in pit lane.
more trouble for him.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Not a good day.
Not a good day. Matsukura leading the way. We're looking at a good battle right now as they cross the line. That is going to be Hammond, Eduardo, Kyle Branson, and Sahashi. All 4 of those drivers coming down the front stretch. Into the sweeper section they go. Hammond leading this pack in the green. Eduardo in the orange behind him. In the white will be Kyle Branson and Tadahiko Sahashi behind him.
And as we've been talking about kind of this whole race, Kyle Branson keeps passing these guys, but his pit strategy is just not up to the task.
But look at Branson right now. He is trying to make a move here on Eduardo. Ooh.
Getting a little dicey.
Yeah. Here they come back down the front stretch once again.
Man, Kyle Branson has some serious horsepower down the straightaway. No doubt about it.
And here comes that pack of cars back around through the switchbacks. Onto the right-hand side of the track they go. Down the front stretch, and Branson now going to go on by as Eduardo Eskandon works his way into pit lane. Man, Branson's got his hands full, though. He's got Sahashi right there behind him. Sahashi through the switchbacks. Back down the front stretch they go into the Infinity Sweeper now.
All right, 19:30 in, 40:30 left to go. Matsukura still leading. He is currently 10 seconds out in front of Jeff Hammond, running second. He started in the 8th spot all the way up to second in basically the first minute. Kyle Branson, the number 9 qualifier, all the way up to number 3. Sorry, not number 9 qualifier, but he did bump in to start 9th, and he's all the way up to number 3. and Tadahiko Sahashi, the 6th place qualifier, up to 4th. So the guys who started in the back of the field are doing quite well early on. Eduardo is all the way up to 5th place as well, and he started in the 10th place spot. Robert Piche running 6th. He was the 2nd place starter. Groskamp running 7th, who actually started in 7th, so he has not made up any ground or lost any ground. And Greiner running 8th, as well as Balestra in 9th and Timo Liano off the track.
Well, you mentioned earlier as well, starting in the back of the pack isn't necessarily been a bad thing for a lot of these guys.
No, doesn't seem to be that big of a deal.
Well, there's Jeff Hammond in and out for the pits.
I want to say that he might have done a tire change. No, he did not run a tire change.
Well, Dario Balestra in the number 9 spot here in this one. Into the pits once again. Some terrible luck for him, your top qualifier. And a good battle right now here between Escandon and Sahashi. Sahashi looking for the inside line on him, tries to make a move, not able to make it happen. And they've got Robert Piche right behind him.
Looking very patient right now.
Yeah,
Fast
as they
but
come
patient.
back around.
For those people asking in the YouTube chat, the tires are actually spec tire. So everybody's running on the same tire. There's no strategy involved with that. It's just how many times are you going to do a tire stop.
Here they come back around through the chicane. Coming down the front stretch now. And there's Jeff Hammond. Looks like Hammond working his way in here on these guys. 22:30 down, 37:30 left to go. Back around to the front side. Eduardo in the orange car. He's got Sahashi in the, I believe that is an orange and white car behind him in the 2nd spot of this pack. Robert Piche, of course, in the white and blue just behind him, as well as Jeff Hammond, Elias Groskamp, Dominic Greiner, and Dario Balestra.
Naoto Matsakura, 11 seconds up on the field right now. Just plugging away at him.
Well, here they come back around now down the front stretch. And look at this, Sahashi now. Whoa, look at that. 2-for-1 special. Sahashi and Piche both going by Eduardo Escandon. Eduardo dropping back now into the number 5 spot as Sahashi and Piche go on by.
Piche into the pit lane at the 23:30 mark. Elias Groskamp also in pit lane recently.
And it looks like he may be having a problem in pit lane. But let's take an Infinity Instant replay here. Check out this double pass here. Eduardo goes just a little bit wide, allows both drivers, and there you see he actually swerved out.
Yeah, not wanting to collect either drivers. And it looks like Groskamp is off the track with a broken front left of the car.
So we have lost Groskamp now as well as Liano.
But that has not deterred Naoto Matsakura. Still hanging out front. A full 12 seconds ahead of Kyle Branson in 2nd. Sahashi 3rd. Hammond 4th. Scandon 5th. Piche 6th. So Scandon actually got back by Piche with the pit stop. They came in 1 lap apart from each other.
And I don't think Matsakura, I don't think he is too upset to hear that competition is dropping out of the race.
Doesn't seem too bothered.
No.
It might bother him a little bit that it's his teammates.
That could be.
But beyond that, I think this is a I want to win.
I'm going to win.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. 2 less guys. 25 minutes down, 35 minutes to go here. Here is your leader right here as he is coming up on that battle between Jeff Hammond and Iskandar. Hammond lets him go by.
I feel like Hammond made it a lot easier than Iskandar's going to make it for Matsukura to get by.
That is very possible. We are about to find out here as...
Ultimately, I don't think Matsukura will care either way.
No.
And Hammond diving into pit lane on that lap as well. As we approach the 25-minute mark, I would want to say that we will probably start seeing tire changes here shortly.
Yeah, when you talked to, was that Timu? That
Yes.
said 30 minutes was his mark?
Yeah, he was planning on doing 30 minutes. I want to say Kyle Branson was also planning on about that time as well.
Well, we're watching our leader work his way around. Oh, Eduardo pulled over.
Did he? He
Yeah.
let Naoto go?
Let the leader go.
All right.
Your leader with a clear track ahead of him right now. Kyle Branson in second still.
Oh, wow. Eduardo having a little bit of a spin out there.
So Branson in second, Sahashi in third. Eduardo in fourth, Pish in fifth. Hammond, Greiner, Balestra, Grosskamp, and Timu.
And we just watched Naoto Matsukura in and out of pit lane with a 6-second pit stop, basically. Sahashi running second right now. Iskandar on third, Pish fourth, Hammond fifth, Branson sixth. Branson with a 45-second lap. I want to say that was probably a tire change for Branson.
Yeah, I believe as they were passing by there, I saw, it looked to me like they were changing all 4 tires on that car.
So Branson will fall back to sixth for a little bit, but it likely won't stay like that for the whole race. Greiner coming into pit lane.
Well, drivers working their way back around here. We're getting set for some more pit stops here in this one. The 2 Japanese Infinity drivers leading the way here. Matsukura and Sahashi.
So Pish is running fourth, and he's got Matsukura right in front of him. So Matsukura has lapped all the way up through fourth so far.
Wow.
And we are not even to the halfway point.
He is on a another level here in this one. Well, again, we want to thank all of our sponsors here this weekend for this live broadcast. Maxima Fuel, the official fuel, the handout fuel here at the IFMAR World Championships. Of course, Infinity, we talked with Kenji. Make sure you check out that interview on YouTube. Kenji talked to us about the start of, just a tire change there. Kenji talked to us about the Infinity lineup of cars and what they've got planned. A new buggy in the works. AbsoluteHobbies.com. They've got their Halloween sale going on right now. Live time scoring and racing time watches. Well, that was the 9 car there of Kyle Branson, it looked like.
No, that was actually Eduardo.
Okay, that was Eduardo.
Branson's got an all-white car, so I believe that was Eduardo.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Spending 25 seconds in pit lane. So his pit stop was actually 1 second faster than Branson, who did a tire stop a little bit earlier. Greiner doing a tire stop. Balestra doing a tire stop. Matsukura still out there on his first set of tires, as well as Sahashi, Hammond, and Pish.
And you can see Matsukura's car getting a little bit loose there. Starting to lose a bit of grip.
Might be about time. Not that he seems super bothered. Still out there running low 18-second lap.
Yeah, he's not slowing down any. Matsukura going to be out front leading the way. Sahashi still in second. Jeff Hammond in third.
Now, I could see Hammond and others trying to stretch all the way to 30 minutes or maybe even a little bit longer so that they can go a little bit faster towards the end of the race. And they don't have to worry about changing maybe 2 tires after that as well. Branson changed it, I want to say, around the 25-minute mark, 26 minutes to be exact. So he could potentially need another half set of tires.
Well, there you see Matsukura across the line. His fast lap on lap number 43, a 17.8. The only driver to get down into the 17 lap range in this race besides him is your top qualifier, Dario Balestra, who is sitting 8th and is 6 laps back from your leader. And they were talking about, here comes Matsukura now into the pits.
Pit stop, tire change time. Two tires down. Wow, that was pretty quick.
Yeah, 23.5.
So I want to say, Dario Balestra with a 22-second tire change.
Wow.
But Naoto Matsukura with the second quickest tire change. Jeff Hammond in for the pit. So he will likely be doing his tire stop.
So Robert Peach, even after the rough start in this one, is back up to the number 2 spot. He has yet to make his tire change, though.
So Hammond out of pit lane just now. Did he change tires? Or is Jeff Hammond off the track?
Oh, no. No, he's not off the track. He had a 1-minute lap time, though. So a rough lap or perhaps missed a lap.
Interesting. Our pit lane cam did not catch him coming into pit lane, so not quite sure what happened.
Maybe a flame out.
Maybe. And I bet they probably went ahead and changed tires anyway.
Well, 32-30 down, 27-40 to go. Matsukura, Peach, Sahashi, now your top 3. Kyle Branson in 4th. Eduardo in 5th. Hammond, Greiner, Balestra, and Groskamp, your running order.
So they did change his tires, but he had, I believe, flame out in pit lane. We are watching second place, Robert Peach.
Peach working his way around, and he's coming in now.
Yeah, I want to say one of the only drivers that had not done a tire change already. So that is likely coming right now.
Yeah, and there's Jeff Hammond as he makes his way around. Once again, those of you out there watching, don't forget to head over to LiveRC.com. And another tire change. I love watching these tire changes.
Yeah,
this is
kind of
cool. Yeah.
Maybe not quite as fast as what we saw with Matsukura, but still a quick time. Yeah, Peach with a 31-second pit stop, so not quite as fast as everyone else, but still a good time.
I'm honestly surprised more guys are not using that nifty tool that we saw.
Right. I wonder if they did. If it. I don't know. Is it legal? Like,
I don't know.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. So we are following now second place driver Tadahiko Sahashi. Kyle Branson running 3rd. Eduardo Escandon running 4th. And Robert Peach running 5th.
And there's Naoto come working his way around trying to put a lap on these guys right now. As I was saying before, the tire change. Make sure you guys head over to liverc.com and check out the photo albums after this as well. And also check out the photos on the Facebook page. More and more of those will be uploaded as we go and as the event concludes in the coming days. Also, don't forget to check out on YouTube all of the exclusive interviews throughout the week that we have done with Tyler Hooks in the pits. We've had several guests here in the studio with us as well. Back on the track, we're looking at Kyle Branson in the number 3 spot, the UK driver driving the Capricorn. Chasing down Tadahiko Sahashi. That's going to be our closest battle on the track. They're 1 second apart. Everyone else is considerably spread out more than that. So this is going to be our closest battle right now as they work their way back around through the switchback sections.
Again, as we've been talking about the whole race, though, I do believe Branson is still at a disadvantage because Sahashi will not have to pit as many times. So Branson definitely has some outright pace, but he's falling short with the pit stop, which is something he totally knew was going to happen. He told us about it during the interview.
And Eduardo headed down the front stretch now.
So as we were talking about on YouTube, people are asking about power tools not being allowed, and power tools are not allowed. What we were seeing was a really interesting tool that allows you to spin the nut on the tire a lot faster, but it's still not a power tool.
No, and it has a, actually, excuse me, if you go on LiveRC.com, it was released last week by RC Target, and it has a magnetic
holder for the nut?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it allows you to spin it on, and then you can, it's almost like you hit a button or something like that, and then you can torque the tire on. And I don't know if those are allowed or not. You would think that they were because Jeff Hammond's pit crew was using them, but I don't know for sure.
Technically, it's a hand tool. There's
Yeah.
no power to it. Well, here is your reigning IFMAR world champ, not having the run he was hoping for, sitting in 7th. Dominic Greiner, the German driver, driving the Serpent car. .23 minutes left to go here in this one. Masakura Sahashi, Branson, your top three. Here we're looking at Dario Balestra. Another upsetting turn of events here for Dario Balestra, your top qualifier, just as he was in 2016. And he was hoping to have a little better luck this year, but it has not worked out for him so far.
Right. He is the current reigning 8-scale on-road world champion. But this class has eluded him. Groskamp also falling under trouble. Timu Liano as well as Dominic Greiner. So Jeff Hammond was running all the way up as high as 2nd. He had a little bit of trouble in pit lane, possibly a flame out with his tire stop. But our top 5 are doing all right. Pish did have trouble where he was ran into by another car and ended up flipping upside down and had to be marshaled. But other than that, everything's been fairly clean. We did have some interesting stop and goes after the first lap. We both in the booth felt that the start started really late from when they put the cars down, and so the guys that blipped the throttle had to do a stop and go. I don't believe that it was intentional by any of them, but they still were required to do a stop and go. And with that, Robert Pish into the pit lane at the 38-minute mark. So at 38-20 down, 21:40 left to go, Naoto Matsukura currently out in the lead. Tadahiko Sahashi in 2nd and Kyle Branson 3rd. And it looks like Naoto Matsukura is about 1 second away from lapping the entire field.
Yeah, Matsukura on a move here in this one. Tadahiko Sahashi in 2nd, the two Infinity drivers. Kyle Branson in 3rd, Eduardo 4th.
We are currently following Kyle Branson around the track. And I believe that is Jeff Hammond behind him, but Jeff is 1 lap down.
Still an impressive showing for Jeff Hammond right now, coming from the quarterfinal to the semifinal, all the way to the final, and now sitting in 6th.
Definitely. Branson and Hammond both coming from the quarterfinal, as well as Eduardo, I believe.
So Jeff right now, he's just behind, well, I say just behind, he's behind Robert Pish, who is obviously a world champion driver, and he's ahead of Dominic Greiner, who is also a world champion, so he can't be too disappointed.
No, he definitely can't. This was his first A-main final in either 10 scale or 8 scale at a world championship. So I want to say, yeah, he's having a good day. And we are following Eduardo, who's running 4th right now. as he comes around onto the straightaway.
20 minutes left to go here in this one. 40 minutes down. Not a whole lot of action here in this one at this point, as Naoto Matsukura has stretched out his lead to 19.2 seconds. There is your leader right there. Your leader now trying to put a lap on, I believe that's Robert Peach. Another lap on him.
This will be lap number 2, I believe. And in front of them is Hammond and maybe Dario Balestra. So we've got a bunch of drivers on a bunch of different laps driving around right now.
Yeah, and that's the only disappointing part about these, 60-minute or even a 45-minute longer main sometime is when these guys get so spread out like this, it, like you say, just kind of guys on different laps driving around.
Right, it's different for them. It's confusing for them. It's confusing for us. A little bit of a rough time.
Tell you what, though, Kyle Branson now only 9/10 of a second back from Sahashi. That battle for second and third. Working their way in through the center section, I do believe. And just crossing the line, coming down the front stretch now. That is going to be the battle. Sahashi in car 6, Branson car 9. And there's the battle right there. This is second and third.
This battle's almost been going on since the beginning of the race. I think it started at about the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, and these two, as you mentioned, Branson, an extra pit stop.
Maybe a couple extra pit stops after 60 minutes, actually.
There's a look at our Pico America pit lane cam. Matsukura out front, Sahashi in second, Branson in third, Eduardo fourth, Robert Peach in fifth, Jeff Hammond sixth, Dominic Greiner seventh, Dario Balestra eighth, Luis Groskamp in ninth, and Timu off the track here in this one.
And we are still right now watching that battle between Sahashi and Branson as they come onto the front straightaway right now. Separated by 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, and some viewers in our chat there saying Dominic Greiner working his way back up. Yes, indeed, he is trying to make up some time here.
See if maybe he can catch Jeff Hammond. Robert Peach ducking into pit lane.
He's a tall guy. He should probably duck when he comes into pit lane.
He's a pretty tall guy.
Matsukura going to be out front.
He's definitely taller than us, which isn't saying much.
Sahashi, Branson, Eduardo, Peach, your top 5. Hammond, Greiner, Balestra, and Groskamp. Once again, we want to thank all of our broadcast sponsors here this weekend. Our title sponsor, of course, the Maxima Fuel and AMEC Engines. Supporting sponsors, Infinity, AbsoluteHobbies.com, Lifetime Scoring, and Racing Time Watches. Looking at this battle here, it looks like Sahashi is now even more under pressure from Kyle Branson, as Branson has closed the gap up on him a bit.
And Branson's definitely got some power.
Here they come back down the front stretch. Branson trying to make a drive up the inside.
Tried that move on someone else earlier in the race, and it actually stuck. Seeing if he can dive to the inside coming onto the straightaway and get a good drive.
The problem is for these guys trying to make that inside scrub so much initial speed onto the straightaway, it seems like. Oh, and Branson coming in the pits now. So Sahashi, a little bit of breathing room as he's got Naoto Matsukura right there behind him.
Oh, wow. It looks like Sahashi actually made a mistake coming into that sweeper and spun out. So when he makes his next pit stop, that might put Branson all the way up to the 2 spot.
Well, we will find out here very shortly, I do believe, as his last pit was at the 40-minute mark. So we'll be coming up here on the 45-minute mark here very shortly.
The Australians are very proud of Jeff right now. They do not at this point care where he finishes. They are super excited that he made the main.
Yeah, Jeff has been on a fantastic run all week long. Super nice guy. And we're happy for him, too.
Yeah, we are. And like people have saying that Dario Balestri's been robbed a couple of years, a lot of people are saying that Naoto has been robbed quite a few times as well, whether it be run-ins with other cars or DNFs. So this could be a very sweet one for Naoto Matsukura.
I've been robbed a couple of World Championships.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. I never got an invite to go. So therefore,
You've done one,
I did do one.
and you bumped like 37 times, didn't you?
Yes.
And we are currently watching Naoto Matsukura as he cruises around the track, still putting in low 18-second laps every lap. Sahashi just through pit lane, and that puts Kyle Branson into that number 2 spot. So that mistake that Sahashi had maybe a minute or two ago did allow Branson to get up into the number 2. And we could possibly see if he can put down some laps. Maybe he can stretch it out enough to where the pit stop won't matter and he can actually take away the second place spot.
Yeah, but Sahashi is right there behind him now. We'll see if we can find them on the track.
They should be coming onto the straightaway.
As Sahashi trying to chase down Branson. Now, something that I'm noticing here with 13 minutes left to go, we ran into the problem of the sun going down during the Super Bowl.
Yes, we did. You're right.
And the sun is starting to set now, and it'll be into this race will be just shy of 6 o'clock, which will be fairly sundown, I guess you might say.
That's a really good point, because one of the drivers that commented on having some of the most issue with the sun was actually Naoto. So it could play a factor. I doubt at this point. I think he's dialed in enough to where it shouldn't matter, but it could potentially play a factor into this. It also changes how the surface acts as well. So on old tires, late in a race, everybody's fatigued. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Matsukura is still going to be out front. Branson in second. Tadahiko Sahashi in third. We are looking at Branson here. There is Sahashi behind him in third. Scandon in fourth. Pish up to fifth now. Hammond, Greiner, Balestra, Groskamp, and Timu Lieno.
I want to believe that Timu is probably not super happy right now, but he didn't look super happy at the beginning of the race either, so.
I bet he's pretty calm.
Yeah, he's probably upset, but he's not showing it to anybody.
Timo seemed very calm.
Nobody needs to know. And it looks like we're back to having a battle. Something seems to happen every once in a while to Branson's car. It seems like he hits the throttle and it just doesn't go anywhere. Just in one sweeper on the track. Not really sure what's going on. Maybe he was running out of fuel as he ducks into pit lane.
Perhaps Branson in for fuel here.
And out again.
Not the quickest pit stop we've seen. 6.2 second pit stop.
Maybe again that has to do with the engine. Maybe the engine's doing something a little bit strange.
Well, you can see it's visibly gotten darker here as pretty sure the sun is almost hiding at this point from behind the trees. So like you said, the track is going to be changing and the visibility is going to be changing as well. $11 minutes left to go.
Naoto Matsukura running out front, a full lap ahead of the whole entire field. Tadahiko Sahashi running second, Kyle Branson third, Eduardo Escandon running fourth, and Robert Pish running fifth. Jeff Hammond running sixth, Greiner in seventh, Balestra eighth, and Groskamp and Lieno off the track, ninth and 10th.
Well, and if you are Kinji right now of Infinity, you've got to be super happy. Obviously, Balestra, Groskamp, and Timo, not such good luck. They're running in the back, but Naoto and Tadahiko running 1 and 2.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so 5 cars in the final. They were hoping one of them could possibly take the win, and it looks like they might have 2 that could possibly take the win.
That's pretty impressive that 50% of the field being the Infinity car.
True, very true. 2 Mugans, 1 Serpent, 1 Capricorn, and 1 Shepherd.
Well, 10 minutes left to go now. 50 minutes down. As Sahashi is back to second now. Kyle Branson in third. And here's your leader, Naoto Matsukura.
Unfazed by the sun currently. Not bothered. His last lap was an 18.1, which is only 0.3 off of his quickest lap of the race.
Oh, here he comes back down the front stretch now. Back through the infield. Masakura, Sahashi, Branson, your top three. Yeah, and your top two drivers, 17-second lap times, their fastest, as well as Dario Balestra. Everybody else is still in the 18-second lap range for their single fastest lap.
Yeah, so I want to say, after we talked about on qualifying, Dario Balestra came in here and he said, the track seems slower today. And I have to say he was definitely right. Track is not quite as quick as it was on the second day of qualifying, which was Thursday.
Well, and something to remember also is, although it has not been much, yesterday's lower finals and even this morning, we did have a little bit of a misty sprinkle.
We did, yeah.
Here and there, so that could play a part into it as well. Luckily, we have not had any rain here in this race, and with 8:45 left to go, hopefully I didn't jinx that, and a cloud just pop up out of nowhere.
Wouldn't be the first time we've jinxed something or someone.
That's probably true.
For those talking about they waited too long to start this race, yeah, they probably could have started it a little bit quicker, but IFMAR does require that you allow 1 hour after semifinals for guys to work on their car for the 1 hour main final, and you can't really get rid of that because these guys definitely need to work on their car and refresh it after running 30.
Hammond in and out for fuel there. Naoto Matsukura leading the way. Tadahiko Sahashi in second. Kyle Branson still third. And that battle starting to close up a bit once again here as Sahashi only 0.9 of a second ahead of Kyle Branson.
Matsukura in for fuel. And out. He should have one more pit stop left to go.
We'll see if we can find that close battle as they head down the front straight there of Branson and Sahashi.
This is where Branson's still at a disadvantage. Now that we're close to that, we're past the 50-minute mark. Branson will have to pit twice, where Sahashi only has to pit once.
And here comes that battle right there. Just I say that, here comes Branson into pit.
And out.
And out. Good pit stop for him there, a 5.0.
That was a quick one.
Dominic Greiner with a 4.9 last time for his pit stop.
As well as Eduardo with a 4.8 in the fourth place spot.
Wow. So Branson going to drop back a little bit. There was Robert Peach as he comes in and out for fuel.
In the fifth place spot.
7 minutes left to go.
And Matsukura down the straightaway, around the sweeper, and into the infield section. All by his lonesome. Hanging out. Driving around.
And you can see up there at the top of the screen on our Maxima ticker, the pace of these drivers, 193 lap pace for Naoto Matsukura as he leads this one right now. Well, 6 minutes left to go here in this one. We're looking at your leader, Naoto Matsukura. So his week started as literally tying as top seed with Lamberto Calari. Calari not in the final here this weekend. So Naoto started out looking good in practice. In qualifying, he qualified second overall in the Super Pole. He did not end up winning the Super Pole. Therefore, he started first in the semifinal, won the semifinal, started third in this, quickly jumped to the lead, and has never looked back, and has now put together a 27.1 second lead over his teammate, Tadahiko Sahashi, in second. Back around through the Infinity Sweeper he goes here. Sahashi in second, Branson in third, Eduardo Escandon in the number 4 spot. Robert Peach in the 5. Jeff Hammond in the 6. Dominic Greiner in the 7. Dario Balestra in the 8. Luis Groskamp in the 9. And Molino not out there here in this one. Well, 4:55 left to go. We're going to see one more pit stop out of most of these drivers here. Actually, all of these drivers, I believe, still have to make their final pit stop. Your leader taking a tight inside line right there. And there is no real close action on the track. There, Tadahiko Sahashi in the pits now. And that may allow Kyle Branson to close up on him. That's going to be a battle with 4:20 left to go here in this one as they come out of the pits. Oh, no, a flame out there on the left side. And that may have been Kyle. Nope, there goes Branson. That was car number 6. That was Tadahiko Sahashi. So Tadahiko Sahashi has run second place this entire race. And with 4 minutes left to go, he goes onto the left-hand side and flames out. So that is going to change things entirely now as Tadahiko Sahashi back in pit lane trying to get fired back up. Naoto Matsukura, your leader, Kyle Branson, now into the number 2 spot. Eduardo Escudon in the number 3 spot. He is going to be 13 seconds back, and Robert Peach now 3.6 seconds back from Eduardo. Wow, so what a turn of events there. Some tough luck for Sahashi. 3:30 left to go here in this one. Jeff Hammond working his way up to the number 5 spot, the Australian driver. Kyle Branson now in for a pit stop. He is out. He takes a 6-second pit stop in that one. That is going to allow Eduardo from Spain, the Shepherd driver. He's going to close the gap up a little bit here on Kyle. However, I don't know how close they're going to be. We'll wait and see when they cross the line here. There goes Kyle across the line, and Eduardo in that, looks like maybe Eduardo coming around there 6 seconds back from him, so not super close between the two. Robert Peach going to be in the number 4 spot, the German Mugen Sigi driver. So the two Mugens running 4th and 5th right now, Peach and Hammond. Hammond from Australia. 2:30 left to go here in this one. Naoto Matsukura. He is on a 193 lap pace. He's put in 184 laps in this race. And he holds the single fastest lap at 17.853. Here is your leader right here as he works his way around through the infield once again, trying to put yet another lap on the rest of the field. He's got 1 lap already on the field. Here they come back around once again. Matsukura, Branson, Eduardo looking, he started, wow, Kyle Branson started 9th. Eduardo started 10th, and they are looking at potential podium spots here at the IFMAR World Championships. A phenomenal run for them. And our other driver starting 8th, Jeff Hammond, will, looks like a 5th place finish here for him potentially, as he's got a 19-second lead over the reigning IFMAR World Champ, Dominic Greiner, in 6th. 1:10 left to go here in this one. We are following your leader as he works his way around the track. Onto the right-hand side he goes, coming down the front stretch again. 1 minute now. And you can see there on the right side of your screen, that is Naoto Matsukura, the Infinity driver from Japan. Full focus here. 45 seconds left to go. Matsukura looking for a world championship win. Down the front stretch he goes, onto the left-hand side of the track. Matsukura coming back through the infield now. 35 seconds. Branson, Eskinen in the number 3 spot. Robert Peach in the 4. Jeff Hammond in the 5. Greiner, Balestra, Sahashi, Groskamp, and Lino. 20 seconds left to go here. Masakura going to cross the line here. He's going to get one more after this one. This is going to be his final lap right here as he works his way around. Your top seed in practice, tying with Lamberto Calari. He set TQ in several rounds of qualifying, was not able to take the overall TQ spot, but here he comes crossing the line. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 IFMAR World Champion, Naoto
right, and
Matsakura.
just coming across the line is Naoto Matsakura. He is the new 2018 110 scale World Championship in 200mm Nitro on-road. We're going to see if we can get a word with him. Eduardo Escandon running second. Do you mind staying up here? Yeah. And Kyle Branson getting second. Eduardo Escandon running third.
Greiner is sixth. Dario Balestra seventh.
Stay up here.
All
All right, Naoto Matsakura, you are the new 2018 10 scale 200mm Nitro on-road world champion. How does it feel?
Oh, super, super happy. Yeah, super happy.
So you've had a couple of rough runs at different world championships, and you've been waiting for that elusive Nitro on-road world championship. How does, I mean, do you have anybody you want to thank for this one?
I think so. Yeah.
Quite a few people, just a rush of emotions. Well, go down and celebrate with all the guys that supported you, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, our second place finisher after 1 hour was Kyle Branson. You started in the back of the pack, and you were worried about your pit strategy. How does it feel having gotten all the way up to the top 3 after an hour-long race?
I don't know what to say. I don't know. It's pretty amazing feeling. I knew that we had a good final car since qualifying, so I knew that if I just kept to my own race, I knew I could get somewhere good, but I didn't expect it to come second.
Yeah, I was about to ask. You didn't think you had a top 3 car, maybe?
No, I didn't think I had the pace for top 3, but I mean, a little bit lucky with Tadhiko in the end. Something happened, I don't know, so moved me up to second from third. But I think third was comfortable after 30, 40 minutes. I think we was a comfortable third position. So yeah, I just want to thank all my sponsors and my dad and everyone that helps me out.
Well, congratulations. Go celebrate with your family and all your supporters.
Thank you.
And third place, Eduardo Escandon. How does it feel? How does it feel to finish in third place all the way from the quarterfinal?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Nobody, only my team and my family and friends knows how hard it is for me to come here, to have time to prepare everything. And I just give a massive thank you to Coten Scuderia and Seper Micro Racing, because I am here because of their support. Okay, and without them, I couldn't be here.
Oh, man.
And it's unbelievable for me, really.
An emotional podium finish here for Eduardo. Are you here with your family? Do you have anybody you want to thank in your family?
I think they are all searching, seeing me by live, so I would like to talk in Spanish just one moment, if I can.
Go ahead.
A todos los que me estáis viendo, muchísimas gracias por todo el apoyo, por todo, y que lo conseguimos, joder, vamos.
And this will be posted online so you can show your family when you get back home, and go celebrate with all your supporters. Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And those were our top 3 here at the 200mm Nitro On-Road Worlds. Congratulations to Naoto Matsakura, congratulations to Kyle Branson, and congratulations to Eduardo Escandon for their top 3 finishes. And yeah, that was awesome.
Wow, what a fantastic way to finish out an amazing week here at Homestead RC Raceway, just outside of Miami, Florida. And you can see here, just behind the legendary Homestead Miami Speedway, home of NASCAR. It has been a thrilling roller coaster throughout seeding practice, throughout qualifying, throughout the lower finals and the finals. And you can see now the celebration begins, and is well-deserved for all of these drivers that are participating this weekend as well. Not just our winners Everyone has worked very hard to get to where they are, and a very talented group of individuals, all 121 of these entries that have been here this weekend from all 25 different countries. Well, stay with us right here on LiveRC. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Maxima, our title sponsor this weekend, the official fuel of the IFMAR World Championship here in Miami. Infinity, Absolute Hobbies, Lifetime Scoring, and Racing Time. Again, stay tuned right here on LiveRC as our champions are officially crowned, and we come back into the studio here with Tyler Hooks very shortly. Stay tuned right where you're watching, liverc.com.